Who wants to have some fun, right? Injecting fun into your salon environment is such a critical way to boost morale, to have strong culture, because as somebody once said, if it's not fun, you're not doing it right. Today's episode, we're going to talk all about ideas to inject some fun with your team to make sure that everybody is thriving in their work, and that energy will be translated positively to your clients as well, so you just have an amazing atmosphere and experience for everybody. Customers, staff, salon owners, that's what it's all about. Welcome to the Salon Scoop, a podcast by Salon S.O.S. I'm your host, Scott Moon, the founder of Salon S.O.S., and I'm obsessed with helping salon professionals live their best life. In this show, we shop talk all things salon to bring you real-life stories, debates, entertainment, and inspiration to help you find happiness and success in this beautiful industry. If you work in the salon industry in any capacity, this podcast is open to you. So set down your scissors or rinse out that toner and let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting and fun episode of the Salon Scoop. Sarah Perrin is with me as always. Sarah, are you ready to have some fun with this? Like really?
Yes, I'm really ready to have some fun with this. So
You're not just saying you want to have fun.
no, I'm here. I'm real with it. I'm ready to have some fun.
No Georges needed on this episode.
Yeah.
We're going to inject some fun ourselves into the listeners today and really talk about injecting fun into your salon culture and some creative ideas for boosting morale. I think everybody can agree that this is a great thing to be. Everybody comes into our industry because they love it, right? They have this passion for it. But sometimes that can fade off if we just get into the mundane, routine of the jobs and the long days. And so we have to, especially salon owners for sure, but even if you are not the owner of the salon, you can still instigate, right, fun. Maybe it's by bringing some ideas to the owner. Maybe it's by just rallying some of the other staff and say, hey gang, we come in here every day, we work together for long hours together, let's do some stuff that's going to bring a little bit of fun and excitement into our days, rekindle some of that passion and fun. So Sarah, let's just delve in, and we're going to focus on 5 key ideas today that you can do in your salon to really bring some fun, some energy, and boost that morale at the salon level. Sarah, kick us off with a good one.
So my first suggestion is something that we actually do at our salon, and we implement it at every staff meeting. And this is how we kick off every staff meeting.
Nice.
And it's called the kindness jar. So what we do for the month leading up to the staff meeting is every time someone kind of goes out of their way to do something nice for you, whether it's sweep up your station when you're running behind, or maybe it's bringing in a coffee when you're tired one day, whatever it might be, we get our team to write down little notes, on just a little sticky note, and pop it into this jar, the kindness jar. So then, at the beginning of every single meeting, we pop out this jar and we go through individually every single one, and read them out. It's kind of fun. We always, we snap for whoever did the nice thing and everything like that. And then we actually draw at the end, and whoever's name is drawn gets, a free Starbucks. So I just find that so many times in every industry, but in the service industry in particular, there's just so much concentration on the negative. If you're getting a negative review, or if you're not doing something right, or whatever it might be, and you don't always get credit for those little things that you do, that are kind of going above and beyond. And then it kind of makes you not want to go above and beyond, right? So I just find it's a really fun way to kind of kick off staff meetings, incentivize good behavior and being kind and giving a helping hand to your team. So it's been something that's been a huge morale booster in my salon.
I love that. How often do you have these salon meetings?
Typically once a month. So and again, jars sometimes right full to the top, and it's really sweet even just getting like a, oh, thanks Sarah for bringing me in a muffin when I didn't bring lunch one day, or thanks Laurel for sweeping up after me when I was running behind. Like just those little messages, because you don't always get thanks for those. So and again, then it's like I say, it's fun. Then we're giving kudos to whoever's being, the best of the month. We're like, you really outdid yourself last month. You were really jonesing for this Starbucks card, right? So just a cute, fun way to kind of, again, make staff meetings a little less, disciplined and harsh. And this is what you're not doing right. It just starts it off on the right foot.
Yeah, and it keeps people consciously thinking about kind gestures, right? Which is just in the everyday, also helps to increase the overall sort of mood and energy in the salon. I love that. A quick side, I guess, sort of sidebar example of something that I've seen done in the past, which has worked really well on a very similar basis, is we have had kind of a board, a little mini board for an individual, or it could be literally papers. And you think about one individual, and every single person in the group writes down something positive about that person, something that they appreciate about that person. And either it can be done in a presentation format where it gets read out. So it could be like little strips of paper that goes into an envelope, and then, it gets handed to that person, and they open up and they get a little message from every single person. It could be anonymous still. They don't have to see the names, but it's like, you know what? These are all the things that we appreciate about Sarah. So it could be done publicly in that manner, or it could be, private, where it's, given, and each person gets their little envelope and takes it home with them and reads all these, like, positive comments from their peers that they're appreciated. And it always brings a huge energy lift inside the person to kind of hear what others, think and appreciate about them. So lots of different nuances of how you can sort of play something like this out. All right, I'm going to jump into a second one, which is a fun way to have something different going on in the salon on a day-to-day basis, is simple dress-up days, right? You can do this on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, as you choose, and plan some fun themes. I would encourage, getting the team involved in coming up with the ideas for the themes. Some salons, you might have certain restrictions in terms of still maintaining some professionalism to the clients, and that's okay, but you can still do fun dress-up days that are professional if that's important to you. But you might, if that's not important, you might consider even things like, pajama days, because your staff might really enjoy that. It might be come dressed up as your favorite celebrity. It might be, come with like super creative hairstyle and makeup, sort of day. And people are going to go crazy. I've been to so many countless theme parties, costume parties, and everybody always goes all out. And it's so fun to see what other people come up with their creativity. And it just kind of creates, again, this sort of positive feeling that we're in this together. So take that opportunity, and then don't forget to capture it. Pictures, right? When everyone's all dressed up, this is an amazing opportunity for content for your social media platforms, right? Fun things that are going on in the salon. And if you want, you could even then tie a little contest to it, have, your followers vote for which one they like the best, and, have another little maybe mini gift certificate to the winner. Just something fun, again, to get everybody active and engaged.
Totally. No, I love that. And I always think back to, like, elementary school where, there was, again, the wacky hair day, whatever it is. I'm like, I don't care what age you are. It's so much fun to have a theme to kind of follow and dress up to. And like you said, there's so many different ways you can run with it. And it's a great social media content opportunity as well. So kind of win-win, right?
Absolutely.
Um, the third thing that I want to dive into is gamifying incentives. Now
Ooh,
this is,
games,
yeah,
games, games.
who doesn't like a game, right? And again, I don't
Exactly.
care how old you are. This always is going to make this more exciting. So again, this is something we've done in quite a few different ways at our salon. So like instead of a traditional back end stylist incentive, like sell 5 back bar treatments, get a back bar treatment for yourself. Kind of think outside of the box and try and turn it into more of a game. So you could do this in a simple way, like a bingo. You sell the product, you pop a sticker up. We've even gone as far as I've gone a little bit overboard with this, but I love a game, and our team absolutely like loves it. And not only is it exciting for them, but we notice a huge difference and a huge increase in sales, whatever it is that we are incentivizing. So one example of a game that we've kind of done was a Monopoly kind of challenge for a month, where
Nice.
every single day I sent them, and again, I went all out. I had, the actual like looking like Monopoly cards where it had a challenge, and if they completed the challenge, they got 50 Monopoly dollars. If they didn't complete the challenge, they had to pay 50 Monopoly dollars, kind of thing. And then
Go
at the end
directly,
of the
go directly to jail. Don't pass go.
except you're fired, like just like so aggressive. But then at the end of the month, I actually set up almost like an adult Ruckers. I don't know if Ruckers is just in Canada, but like an adult Chuck E. Cheese kind of situation where they then could take their cash that they accumulated throughout the month and buy things. So, there was little liquor bottles, there were makeup items, hair items, all the different things. And yeah, that was one of our biggest like gamifying ones that our team was obsessed with. Another one that like really hit well was my sister and I created like a Mario Kart board, and then I got all little Mario Kart players and glued magnets on the bottom of them. And when they hit,
Wow.
it was awesome, actually. I'm like, I need to do a segment about this where I can share exactly how we came about doing this, because it stuck the landing. Like our team loved it. And then when they would hit
Did everyone get to
certain,
choose their character?
yes, of course. And I
Oh
had
yeah.
every Mario Kart player too. It was really fun. And when they would hit certain goals, then they got to move their little Mario Kart along the path. And it was, a whole thing. If you hit this, you hit a flag and you get this prize or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
most of the time it's not even about the prize. I think it is more about the process. So it's not like you have to go out and spend $1 million on all these prizes. It's just like, again, here's a cookie for when you're doing well, right? We are
Yeah.
humans are animals, and we like to be incentivized and everything like that. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more fun. So love gamifying an incentive like that.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much, Sarah. We're gonna do a whole episode one day just on game options, and we'll kind of go
Yeah.
and research and break down several in a little bit more detail for people to kind of take some inspiration from. That's a really, really great idea.
Okay.
All right,
Love it.
let's talk about celebrating, right? Everybody loves to celebrate. This is a fun thing to do with your team, creating that morale. So you've got to celebrate wins, all wins, big or small, right? For sure, you can think about if someone's, getting a promotion, that's like, okay, that's an obvious one. And a good example of things to do is, put balloons all around their station, maybe get them, some nice flowers and a little card that makes them feel special, but everybody gets to see it and witness it, not just the staff, but again, also the clients. I think it's especially important when you're doing these things is that you want your clients to see that you are having fun, and sometimes they'll be, included in it, not necessarily directly, but they'll feel the energy. And I think that just creates such a wonderful atmosphere and environment in your salon. So celebrate wins. And we said it could be birthdays is another opportunity. If somebody has had their best week ever, if you're tracking numbers, which you should be tracking numbers, right? It could be numbers across, pre-booking rates. It could be numbers across retail. It could be total sales. And everybody should be motivated and challenged to have their best ever week or their best ever month. And each time, right, that somebody records their best ever, that's another opportunity to celebrate it, right? And it doesn't, again, have to be with big prizes like Sarah, mentioned earlier. It can be little things. Little things go a long way because it's the actual act of celebrating that's great. In my first ever job outside of school, not in a hair salon, but we were in a sales environment, and there was a big cymbal, like from a drum set, in the corner of the room. And anytime that somebody made a sale, they got to go over and like whack the cymbal with a big drum. And I tell you, the amount of joy that people had when they had the opportunity to go up, they would wait to make sure no one was on the phone, and they would, whack that cymbal, and then everybody would clap, and then we sort of, maybe share some details. And it just created that fun environment together. So find those opportunities where you can do something special like that and celebrate all wins, big or small.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like it's so important to, again, give some type of recognition for all of those, again, big and little wins. So love that. The fifth and final one that I'm going to kind of touch on is organizing team days. So again, this is something that my sister and I in our salon have really focused on in the last few years. And we aim to do 1 to 2 team days every single year. So those days are not just, business development. We're not just having a meeting. It's nothing like that. We kind of like to mix in 3 segments. So like a business development aspect, a personal development aspect, and then a fun activity that like low key has some team building. It's strategically picked, so it's still a team building opportunity, right? So we've had speakers in that talk about personal development. I feel like that is such a huge thing, especially with this new generation of stylists, that is often overlooked. So we're not just talking about like, this is how you build your business, this is how you build your books and, get clients. We have had a speaker in that talked about attachment styles. And literally it was like a full 3-hour segment where we talked all about attachment styles and what that means and how that can look in your everyday life. We had another guy come in and talk about like love and like all of these different things that are affecting your team on an everyday that may be bleeding into their work life kind of thing. So again, I feel like that personal development aspect is huge. And then activities, like examples of activities that we've done. We did a self-defense class at our last team day. We've done team yoga. We've done, yeah, exactly. And we always incorporate a pay to play game, where, each member throws in $20 and we do something like a scavenger hunt, or we haven't done this yet, but we really want to do an escape room and like
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
these different kind of games. And then we, finish with a supper and stuff like that. But it's not so much about the business building. I mean, again, we try and throw in a segment of that, but it is more so about the personal development. And then again, just like building that rapport and building that kind of team mentality, because especially in our industry, it is very independently based for the most part, right? You're working with your client and you're not having to work with a team all the time. So just kind of building up that, like building their relationships up. And again, kind of just introducing, again, more fun. And it's not just this stagnant work business development kind of situation. So we have had nothing but great success with these team days. And again, you can go as big or as little as you want with it. You can set a budget of $100, or you could, reach for the stars and really go for it kind of thing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend incorporating that into your, strategy as a salon owner, because we've had nothing but positive feedback from our team. And I know that they always look forward to it. And I look forward to it. It's always a great day. It's so much fun. So yeah, again, maybe that's another thing that we could deep dive on into the future, where we kind of give specific examples of ideas that salon owners could use to, have a kick-ass team day.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone, remember to prioritize fun and enjoyment in the workplace. This is the fundamental idea. As I mentioned at the outset, if you're not having fun, then you're not doing it right. And if you're not having fun and enjoying, then what are you really doing it for? Right? Ask yourself that question. So let's bring some fun energy. If you have fun and enjoy listening to our podcast, we'd appreciate hearing from you. Feedback is always appreciated. You can write us a little kindness note, or you know what, you can do that best by writing us a review, or giving us a rating on Spotify. That always lights up our day. And if you have other ideas, things that you're doing in your salon, right, salon company to bring fun and joy and games and whatever, boosting that morale, please, please, please share that with us. We always love to hear new ideas so that we can continue to share with the community. Send those on through. Now, in the meantime, go out there and have some fun today. Thank you so much for listening to the Salon Scoop podcast. This show is produced by Salon S.O.S, a digital marketing agency by industry professionals for industry professionals. If you want simple and affordable solutions for any of your salon marketing needs, such as websites, client loyalty, Google search rankings, social media, or more, come visit us at salonsos.ca or on Instagram at salon.s.o.s. If you want to hear more episodes like this and help us continue to bring the industry great content, it would mean so much to us if you would support us in one of the following ways. Either share this episode with one other industry professional, and rate the show on Spotify or write us a quick review on Apple Music. We want to hear your feedback. If you have follow-up questions or ideas for future episodes, please reach out. DM us on Instagram at salonus.s.o.s or hit us up on our website again at salonsos.ca. Again, thanks so much for listening. Now go get your hustle on, keep smiling, and we'll catch you on our next episode.